Hello, this is John Bachman. We're here at Boca Raton at the finale of the final presidential debate. I'm standing here with Ohio Senator Rob Portman. Good to be with you.
John, how are you?
Okay, so we know that there was a challenge tonight, and that was kind of transitioning this foreign policy issue back home to domestic issues and touching the voters of Ohio and Florida. And so, at what point of the debate do you think that Governor Romney really excelled at that?
I thought he excelled in two ways. One, he did get it back to the economy, and he once again was very effective and I think devastating in talking about the economic problems we face and the fact that he's got an agenda for the future. But second, I think on the foreign policy front, in effect, he did the same thing. He talked about some of the very real concerns we have, particularly in the Mideast right now, the chaos that's going on there, the rise of extremism, and he talked about a strategy and a vision going forward, whereas the president was mostly on the attack. And I think for an undecided voter in Ohio or in Florida, you know, they're not looking for more attacks, they're looking for somebody who's going to talk about how to make their lives better and how to make the world safer. And so this debate built on the first two in a way that I think was very positive for Mitt Romney.
One of the key areas where Governor Romney distinguished himself from President Obama and really created a difference is what they believe is the #1 threat to this country. President Obama said it was some sort of terrorist organization, and Governor Romney said it was a nuclear-armed Iran.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Well,
is it hard to say?
Yeah, I mean, I think there were some distinctions like that tonight that are important. I will say that Governor Romney also went out of his way to tell the president where he agreed with him. And I think that was very refreshing to undecided voters who are tired of these political attacks. Governor Romney was very frank. He said, look, I'm glad you went after bin Laden. I do support the drone attacks. But you know what? Killing senior leadership is not a strategy.
Was that part of the preparations?
That's not sufficient for us to deal with this problem. Then he laid out a vision.
Was that something you guys talked about in the preparations, is reaching out to middle voters and using those tactics to do that?
It's just what he does naturally. I mean, he does it on the campaign, he does it on the stump. He's a guy who is thoughtful, he's knowledgeable, he understands what's going on around the world. That came through very clearly tonight. And he was reassuring. That's his personality, that's who he is. That's how he was a success in business, a success as governor, working on a bipartisan basis, was a success at the Olympics. I think what the American people have seen in these three debates is the real Mitt Romney, not the Mitt Romney they've seen in Democrat attack ads. And that's why his numbers are better. That's why he's got the momentum on his side right now. That's why the president, I think, was on the attack so much, because he sees this slipping away for him. So I think these debates, all three of them, have been a great opportunity for Governor Romney.
And one last question for you. Who had more success in terms of these debates against Governor Romney, you or President Obama?
I'll never tell.
All right. Thanks, John. Thanks. Pleasure seeing you.
Take care.